who's the best fighter in the world right now? Terrence Crawford, Lomachenko, or Canelo?
You know, if you, it's very, very hard. The different fighters. Canelo can say he's a very good fighter. He can say, I'm the best fighter in the world because I'm the biggest draw. And it's hard to argue with that. Canelo has a huge fan base, and he has performed on pay-per-view a lot better than Terrence, Loma, anybody like that. But that doesn't make him the best fighter. Certainly the best technical fighter is Lomachenko. And a terrific fighter, both offense and defense, is Terrence Crawford, particularly going from orthodox to southpaw without missing a beat. A tremendous talent. So, you know, to say who pound for pound is better, I mean, that doesn't get you any place.
Theo, we know you're a massive lightweight. Can't say the same thing for Loma. He's a small lightweight. Do you believe that's going to be a big factor on October 17th?
I believe there's many things that's going to be a big factor come October 17th. You know, not just the size. You know, it's just all about the ring IQ, the footwork, all those things that have to play in this fight. You know, it's not just about you could be the bigger guy. You know. Sometimes it's more than that, you know, and that's what we come to about, and we understand. We know that I'm big. We know I'm a big lightweight, but I'm not just gonna rely on that.
No, of course not. But we know you carry immense power, and because of that size advantage, added with that power, do you think that'll be too much to handle for him?
Absolutely. He's never faced a 35-pounder like me. Leonard is every fighter that he has faced. Don't get me wrong; they all have great resumes. They've been in the pro game for so long, and probably while they're still in the program, I was in the amateurs. You know, so things like that. You know, I definitely take my hat off to all those fighters that he has faced. You know, but I'm just a different breed, man. I'm built different, and I don't respect them. That's just what it comes down to. You know, I don't believe in the hype. I don't believe in whatever they want to say about him, because that's just opinions of others.
I think a lot of boxing fans are taken to your attitude in preparation for this Lomachenko fight, because I think it's fair to say a lot of Loma's opponents previously, the awe around Lomachenko gets to them, etc., and they're almost too respectful in the build-up. And a lot of boxing fans have said, I like in your attitude. I'm sure there is respect there for what he's achieved, etc. But no, not at all.
Well, for what he's done, I understand what he's trying to do. You know what I mean? So I'll respect him. I'll take my hat off to him for that. You know, no respect, but just pretty much take my hat off to the fact that he's trying to do bigger things. So I understand that. You know, same thing I'm trying to do. You know, so that's why it's going to be a tremendous fight that night. You know, a lot of people are already calling it Fight of the Year candidate. So, and the reason why is because you got two fighters that want to make. They have right there. It's winner takes all. You know. And that's what it comes to. You know, we get all the marbles. And that's what I'm looking forward to, you know, and I know that. You know, I know at this age of time, too, and especially with everything that's going on in this world right now with COVID-19, the pandemic, you know, that's why everything is free on TV. It's not pay-per-view. You know, it's free for everyone to watch. And it'll be live here in the U.S. on ESPN. You know, and I know in the UK you guys have your own, and I look forward to having so many of you guys watch. Not just myself. I hope that Loma also is able to feel the same way I feel. Well, you know, we can't be here without you guys.
speaking to Sugar and Tyson earlier, it's a little bit of a waiting game for a lot of people in boxing because we're not sure about crowds, etc. And we're kind of still waiting to see whether Tyson's fight with Wilder will go ahead this year. But in Tyson's head, he's focused. I know he gets mentioned amongst the Joshuas, etc. and all this, but he's focused on Deontay Wilder and finishing off that kind of saga, that trilogy.
Whether it takes place or not, he'd be a fool to overlook the job in hand, and the job in hand is Deontay Wilder, and we're training for Wilder. Forget about the rest of it. All that's pie in the sky. What's not pie in the sky is Deontay Wilder, and this time he's going to do an even better job, because I don't believe Deontay Wilder can bring any more to the table than what he's bringing. He's still got the same team. He's still got them around him, and I don't know what they can teach him, what they didn't teach him last time. All he's going to get this time, Deontay Wilder's probably smashed to pieces a lot earlier and a lot sooner. But listen, there's more to it again. He'll see another game plan coming from Tyson, different to what it's in last time. So Wilder's not going to know what's hit him, to be honest with you. It's a mistake on his team's part, putting him straight back in. I would not have done that. If I was looking after Deontay Wilder, I would not have put him straight back in front of Tyson Fury with the beating he got last time, because he got the worst beatdown a defending champion's ever had in history. I've never seen one as bad, and I'm 50 odd years old. Never seen a beatdown like that from a defending champion, but he got it. And it takes time to come back from that. What I would have done if I'd have been looking after him, I got him a couple more fights, a couple more tune-ups, got his confidence rebuilt, get him a couple of wins under his belt, and then put him back in, see what he could do. But to put him back in, it's like putting a beaten man back in to get him slaughtered again. Lamb to the slaughter. That's what I'm going to call this next fight.
How does he beat your son?
He can't. Unless Tyson goes to sleep on the job and walks into one. But he can't do that. Tyson's too switched on now. Tyson is a much better fighter now than he's ever been. And he's only going to get better. On come fight date, if it's on the 19th of December, you're going to see new stuff again. Take no notice of what you're seeing on the internet, where he might look slow, he might look sluggish, he might look stiff. It's all part of the plan, what this man's bringing to his table. So at the end of the day, I'm excited about it.